Greetings, everybody. This is Joan Graham, and I'm beyond excited this morning. And well, good evening in America, and good morning in Australia. So we'll get that sorted first off. I'm beyond excited to have this amazing lady with me today, who is an unschooling mum of two and has worked her way through the maze of creating an online income. Now, I'm not going to tell you too much because I would like Brooke W. Mart to tell her story. And welcome, Brooke.
Thank you, Joan. I'm super happy to be here and share whatever I can to help people move forwards in their life. That's what it's all about.
Cool. All right. So tell me a little bit about your backstory, how you got started and what the difference it's made in your life.
Yeah, thank you for asking. Let's see. So I've been here for 4.5 years now, and I can quite honestly, like hand on heart, tell you that pretty much every single thing in my life is different than it was 4.5 years ago. And when I was looking for an online business, I didn't really know what I was looking for, but I wanted something that gave me location freedom and time freedom, and I didn't want to give up having to be with my children. I just really wanted, I'm 51. Am I 51? Yeah, I'm 51. And like, am I 51 or 52? But coming into this second half of life, I had my children later than expected for most people anyways. And I wanted to be with them. But I also really wanted to make an income because I was completely broke. I had $57,000 in credit card debt, and I was not living a life by my design, not at all. In fact, I just felt like I was on this hamster wheel, just waking up every day, going around and around and around, going, how'd this happen? I love my children. I love being a mom, but goodness, what happened to my dreams and my goals? And like, how did I get here? That's kind of what the sense that was with me was like, how did I get here? This is not what I expected. And for anybody watching, you might have a similar feeling. Like, I feel like our culture in general, like they really condition us to go a certain route. And I just kind of woke up from this route going, wait a minute, this is not the life that I wanted. This is not the life I signed up for. And how the heck do I change it? And so then I got really curious and I thought, well, I need something that I really wanted to world school my children. And mostly I wanted to be able to travel. I hadn't traveled in 8 years since becoming a mom. My kids were 9 and 6 when I started this business. And time was my number one objection. I was like, I don't have any time to start a business. Are you kidding me? Like, how am I possibly going to start a business with my kids full time every day, 7 days a week? And I couldn't see it. But I really believe in divine guidance, and I really believe in being led where we need to go. And then the job that we have, right, is to listen. Do we actually listen? Do we pick up the phone when God, Spirit, whatever you want to call it, whenever he calls you, do you pick it up or do you just like let it go to voicemail? And for me, I picked it up and I ended up watching a web class which explained how the business worked. And I didn't understand it. And I sat there like this with my arms crossed. And I was like, what am I doing? Wasting my time. I'm so tired. I should have been sleeping. And I didn't get it. And I was so skeptical. And I was really allowing my past to influence like my present moment because I had just had some really crappy things happen to me. And as a result of that, I was playing really small in my life and I was just like getting by and just going through the motions. And I was not activated and I wasn't on purpose and I definitely wasn't happy. So when I saw the web class, even though I was full of skepticism, I really felt like there was a megaphone. I truly, Joan, like I feel like there was a megaphone and God was saying, pay attention, listen up, wake up. And I was like, whoa, what, this? And God was like, yes, this. And I was like, holy smokes. All right. And so I decided to learn more. And once I learned a little bit more about it, I realized that it actually did check all my boxes because it was something I could do in the pockets of my time. It was something that I could do from anywhere in the world. I could start traveling again. I really wanted to make money. I was very money motivated, and I have no shame about that because I actually believe that the more money we have, the more we can help people. the more, like, I couldn't help anybody being in lack and scarcity and living this very
Yeah,
small life. Not
absolutely.
right. And so
Yeah.
I actually feel like we have a moral and ethical responsibility to make more money so that we can create more change in the world. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was 4.5 years ago. And I jumped in and I got really coachable. And now 4.5 years later, like nothing in my life is the way that it used to be. And I feel
Okay.
so much joy to let other people know what's possible.
All right. That's fantastic. Yes. Sometimes we need a big slap around the head
Yeah.
when we're getting these messages. I'll put my hand up to that.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting where life and even I find even if I get off track, there's always a way back
Yeah.
to where I should be
Yeah.
and what I should be doing. So
Yes.
I'm very grateful for all of that. Now, you've had an interesting journey in the 4.5 years. So, what has been in that time? What has been the biggest standout moment for you?
Well, the
Maybe.
first one that there are many, but the first one that comes to mind is like things changed really fast for me. Like I don't believe time is actually not linear when you're playing in the quantum field, and we like to play in the quantum field here. So for
Yes.
anybody who likes personal development and understands like the law of
Yes.
attraction and things like this is the place for you. And so for me, I knew that I wanted to move really, really quickly here, and I did move quickly. And at the end of the first year, I took my family on a giant trip. Now you have to understand, like we were in a situation where I felt like I couldn't even pay $12 for a jumpy house for my kids. Like I would go into the
Okay.
grocery store and not know if I could buy the organic blueberries or not, you know. And we weren't losing our home or any of these things. I know there's people in much more dire situation, but the amount of stress that I was carrying on my shoulders as a result of this was real. It was real for me. It was constantly like getting back to zero every month and just like it was endless. And so for anybody who's in that situation, I have a lot of compassion, and I want you to know that nothing changes until we change. And that's what I really
Yes.
got. I got that I needed to change. I needed to really take a leap of faith. I needed to do something different if I wanted my life to be different. And oh shoot, I forgot your question. I could totally lost my train of thought.
So I know that earlier this year you reached a top rank somewhere
Oh,
that you have been striving
yes,
for.
yes,
So
yes.
would you like to give
Sure,
us on that moment
sure. I will definitely give you that moment. But now I remember what your question was, which was, what is one of your moments?
your
In
standout
me
moments here?
Yes. So I took my family on a really big celebratory trip, like this whole 5-star thing. Like we hired the limousine and the butler and like the whole thing. Like my kids had never experienced anything like that. The only thing we had ever done was camp. so so it
Cool.
was a
Yeah.
really big deal for them. And I remember that night when we took them out and I was like, you guys, like life is different now. Here I've been in this business for a year. What do you have anything you want to share? Like any kind of reflections, anything that you're noticing that's different? And both my kids said the same thing. They said, well, you're way happier now, mom. And then they ran off and played. You're way happier now. And for me, it might be a very simple thing, but it was a very deep, poignant moment for me because there I was getting this reflection back from my, 10 and 7-year-old that they see a tangible change in me, that I'm happier, that I'm more joyful, that I'm more relaxed, that I'm more playful,
Yes.
I'm more patient, I'm more of who we really are, who I really
Yes.
am. And so much of this business I feel like is about remembering who we really are and why we're here, and breathing belief back into our dreams that most of us just kind of tucked aside based on the conditioning of the life that most of us are living, right? So it's like this really interesting paradox where we have to be willing to step outside the box and see things from a different perspective. So that was one. But then the other one that just happened was in Las Vegas. I did hit this position of legacy income. And what that means for anybody who is not familiar with it is that here in our business, we can build it to a position that's called legacy income. It's called 6A2-3, which won't mean anything to the new people or to the people that aren't already in our business. But once you hit that level of leadership in our company, they pay you a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. And not only for the rest of your life, but can be willed on to my children. And my goal was to hit that in 5 years. That was what I wanted. And I thought, well, other people are doing it. Why can't I do it? If they're going to teach me everything, I can just be coachable and I can just keep going and I can just not quit and I can just make it happen like all these other women did. And so to have that experience and to be in the position that I am in now, like, yes, it was one of the most moving moments of my life to realize that I changed the financial picture of my family. But within 30 seconds of being up there, Joan, honestly, all I could think about was all the other women that I wanted to see walk across the stage and have this experience. And so I feel a lot of just honor, and I feel a lot of joy in the idea that I can share this with more people through
Yes.
social media, online. Like, we can reach everybody. We can help people get out of this matrix, out of this life that most people are living quiet lives
Yes.
of desperation. They're not living the lives that
Yes.
they actually want. And
Yes.
so, and that brings me to the webinar, to the 2-day wealth mastery class that's happening.
Yes.
Are you wanting me to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, please. It's the events that I find that changes people's
Yes.
perspective, changes their lives. So yes, we have a 2-day masterclass coming up next week, and it's called Wealth on Tap.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that Brooke is very capable of sharing what that is like these days. So
I sure
tell
am.
us how a masterclass changed your life.
Yeah, thank you. Well, this is the thing, right? We can't. I don't even remember who said it, but it's a quote that I always loved, which goes like this: like, you cannot solve a problem with the same level of consciousness that
Oh,
created the
yes.
problem, right?
Yes.
It's such a
Yes.
simple thing. It's such a
I
simple
know.
thing. And yet we think, oh, I'm going to change. I'm going to change, or something's going to be different. Something's going to be different. And yet before we know it, here we are. It's almost October. The end of 2023 is upon us. And how many of us have actually not changed anything in the last 10 months? Many, many, many people. And then
Yes.
before you know it, you're 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and onwards you go. And so nothing changes until we change. And part of the beauty of these 2-day events, and by the way, it's not an entire 2-day, it's 90 minutes each day. We've
Yes.
strategically put this together for people so that it's doable, so that you can sit down and absorb it all in 90 minutes and then have the evening to process and then come back the next day and be there for the second day, which is another 90
Yes.
minutes. So 2 days, 90 minutes each day. Oops, I'm sorry, someone's calling me. And what this event will do is it will shift your perspective about life, about possibilities, about ways to make money online, about limiting beliefs, about maybe how you've gotten stuck. I'm assuming you're stuck. Not
Yes.
everybody is stuck. Some people come into this business and want an additional stream of income.
Yes.
So there's lots of ways. There's people that do this business as an additional stream of income. There's people that want to do this business part-time. There's people that dive into this full-time. Like, you can do it however you want. But this event, this 2-day event, will without a doubt give you like a shift in your perspective. It's like we're all wearing glasses, whether even if I don't have like physical glasses on, we all have glasses on because we can't see things from any other perspective than what we actually can see things through, until we shift it, until like we open up our mind and create new neurons, new patterns, release the old, step into the new. There's so many pieces to it. But what I want you to know is that anybody that comes to this 2-day event is going to experience a shift in their perspective, which of course has a ripple effect on our world, because a shift in our perspective means that we can start to see things differently. And if we can
Yes.
start to see things differently, then we can start to create a different life. And until we see things differently, that's the first step. So if nothing else, even if this business isn't for you, you will without a doubt take what you learn and apply it to some other area of your life. Like, it's a win-win no matter what. Even though I believe that everybody needs to know about this business, I would say most people see it and then you can't unsee it. So I want everybody to come and listen and learn and grow and expand and really step into understanding what's possible for you, because we are the way showers. We are the light workers. We are the people that are here to really make a difference in the world. And we need more of us. So we want more of us. We have a global community, 22 countries around the world. Like, thousands and thousands of people are involved and thriving here. And why not you? Like, most people just don't even understand that they don't actually have to go and live their life and build somebody else's business for 40 to 50 years and then retire. It's just like the whole thing is so backwards, and we can do it different.
Absolutely, we can do it different. Well, that is just amazing. And, I'm so looking forward to it. And I believe that you're one of our presenters.
I am. Yes, I'm going to be presenting on day number 2. It really breaking down our business model and like how we do this and how do we get paid? How do we earn this kind of money? Like, there's a lot of money to be made, and there's a lot of people to help, and we help the planet, we help people, we help families. Like, it's all about service, and we get to help ourselves first, right? We get to say this, me
Yes.
first. I go first,
Yes.
and then we have this beautiful ripple effect on the world. It can't work the other way around. But the presenters that they have pulled together for this 2-day lineup is really incredible. And it's just, I mean, it's so much value. So come and expand your mind and see what's possible, if nothing else. That's the most important thing.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Now, I have some tickets available for people who wish to come along and experience Brooke firsthand on the training, and also the other leaders. And it will be absolutely powerful. It will be excitement packed.
Yeah, it will. And a lot of value. Like, this isn't just people coming together to go rah, rah, rah. It's not about that. It's really like tangible, clear value that you can take and then apply to your life, apply to your current business, look at a new business, look at an additional stream of income. And more than anything, like, how about breathing some life back into your dreams? That's really what this is about. It's about really expanding on all ways so that we can have the life that we are all put here to have, like abundance and freedom and happiness and joy and love and connection. Like, this is all our birthright. We were not put here to actually struggle. And once you get surrounded by other people who believe this and know this to be true and are actually experiencing it, like, you want to be around people that are like this, because otherwise you're around people who are just naysayers and not living the greatest version of their life that they could. And that's what we're all about. So if you want the link, what you can do is just drop in the comments, Joni, send me the link, or send me the link, and she'll send it over to you, and you can get registered, and it's free. And there's nothing to lose. All you can do is expand and grow. So everybody should come, and you can even invite your friend with you. Okay. So if you're watching this, you have a friend, or you have a partner, or you have somebody that you live with, like, put it on the big screen and let the whole family watch. It's going to be incredible. And everybody that comes is going to be impacted by it.
That is so amazing. Absolutely so amazing. And, it goes back to the old saying, if nothing changes, nothing changes.
Yeah.
And this is where a lot of people are at now. They're looking for something. They're at that desperation stage, or somebody, as you say, just want more money to travel.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a lot of the world out there that most of us haven't seen, and we just want to get out there amongst it. And I'm one of those people.
Great. Oh, I love knowing that, Joan. I love knowing that. I took I went from no travel to taking 5 huge trips around the world in my first year here.
Fantastic.
It was crazy.
That is fantastic.
And it's available for everybody that wants it.
Absolutely. So thank you, Brooke, for your time. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm sure everybody has enjoyed this as well. And we will see you soon.
Yes. See you there.
See you next week. Okay.
Yes. See you next week. And just a reminder for everyone watching, just reach out or drop in the comments, send me the link, and we'll get you registered. And I'm really excited to see those of you live who say yes, because that's what this is about. Say yes to you. You deserve it. Thanks for having me, Joan.
Okay. That's my pleasure. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.